After quite a few polls now of not really getting to Odelay, not really getting to the Beck album, we're finally here. All right, it was gonna happen eventually. We're listening to Beck today, his album Odelay. Sometimes I go into reviews blind. Sometimes I go into reviews a little curious, and I look up some information about the album beforehand. All right, this time I wanted to just gauge something because I didn't want to go into it too blind. I looked up the album and I saw like so many genres. Like I saw like alt country, like experimental hip hop. Like I don't know what the fuck this is gonna be. I don't know if those labels are true. If they are, cool. I like everything, but we're gonna find out. All right. Very prominent record from what I've seen online, but I saw some mixed reviews. All right, so I'm guessing it's slightly polarizing throughout the track list. All right, but y'all wanted me to listen to it anyway, so I'm gonna give my honest opinion. All right, like I always do. All right, y'all are the best. Thank you so much for being here. If you are, feel free to like and subscribe if you want to. We almost at 30K. I appreciate it. If y'all want to see the whole live reaction, all right, to this review, feel free to go check it out on my Patreon if you want to go do that. If you don't want to, hey, that's cool. That's loud already, bro.
Something's wrong, cause my mind is fading. And everywhere I look, there's a dead end waiting out of the sockets. Got a devil's haircut in my mind. Got a devil's haircut in my mind. Got a devil's haircut.
He must be talking about a low taper fit.
Love machines on the sympathy crutches. Discount orgies on the dropout buses. Hitching a ride with the bleeding noses. Coming to town with the briefcase blues. Devil's haircut in my mind.
Okay.
Got a devil's haircut in my mind.
Fry from Futurama dancing to this shit. I think Bender is too, because those like the little synth breaks in between the verses, I thought like those are pretty creative. Or it kind of threw me off track a little bit, and then he brought me back on. All right, kind of a mostly alternative like indie rock sort of feel. I'm getting some vocal vibes from Weezer, The Strokes. Just he's got that voice. He's got that voice down for sure. He's got a devil's haircut in his mind. And maybe a devil's haircut in his mind is just, basically him, just pondering upon, him transforming into another version of himself, really. Guitar is immediately giving me a heart attack in the beginning of that song. Track number 2 is Hot Wax. Wow.
Smash, and I like pianos in the evening sun. Dragging my heels till my day is done. Saturday night in the captain's clothes, tin horns blowing with my jewelry froze.
What the fuck?
Shock my finger, spots in my hand. I've been spreading disease all across the land. Beautiful air condition, sitting in the kitchen, wishing I was living like a hitman. Face down in the guarantees. Jaundice Hawks getting busy with me because I get down. Saw the songs of the plaid bartenders.
Okay. He's mentioning a lot of shit on there, I'll tell you that right now. He's mentioning a lot of shit. The main thing I want to talk about is the instrumental. I mean, within a minute of the song, we went from some country old, twang shit to absolutely just strangling the guitar. Guitar is crying out for help, and he's over here talking in Spanish. On a road trip, going from city to city, just jotting down what the fuck I'm seeing. That's what it reminds me of. I mean, there's so many instrumental turns in that song, whether it's just a spontaneous, nice little keyboard sound coming out of nowhere, that bass synth, I was just arpeggiating for a few seconds, then just quickly left. It was just a lot going on there. I think he uses a lot of elements to throw me off. All right. I've been thrown off a lot before in music, man. I'm no fucking stranger. Next one is Lord Only Knows.
You only got one finger left, and it's pointing at the door. And you're taking for granted what the Lord's laid on the floor.
Bro, who the fuck does he sound like?
He'll take it out the window.
He sounds so fucking familiar to like someone.
Throwing your two big cares down the drain.
Alright. Alright.
'Cause Lord only knows it's getting late. Your senses are gone, so don't you hesitate. Yeah. Odelay, Odelay, Odelay.
Album name mentioned.
Going back to Houston, to the hot dog dance. Going back to Houston, to get me some pants.
I mean, you need pants. You can't not have pants. You can't not. That's my favorite song so far. That was my favorite song so far. I feel like both of the guitar melodies, the distorted one and the slide guitar, created a nice mixture of everything that he's got going on. I love his lyrics during that song. I love that on this album and Beck's early work in general, he just did whatever crazy thing he wanted, and the fun, chaotic energy makes it infectious. I agree with you. I feel like he's just so open-minded here and free-spirited within the music. Not afraid to push any boundaries. My first impression of him is that he's already just unapologetically himself. You know what I mean? I like that. Next one is the new Pollution. The new one, not the old one.
She's got a cigarette on each arm. Alone in the new pollution. She's alone in the new pollution. She's got a hand on the.
I like a saxophone, and I'm an organ.
Like a whip crack sending me shivers. She's a pole in a strip mine ocean, riding low in the drunken rivers. She's alone in the new pollution.
Bro, honestly, I could have did another minute. I could have did another minute of the saxophone just by itself on the rest of that instrumental. I could have did just more of that, to be honest. That would have been fucking crazy. If I'm keeping it real. Yeah, that song was crazy. Obviously, throughout the first four songs, we've had some pretty abstract, needless to say, lyrics that are kind of hard for me to personally decipher. But I think there, the opening lyric, her being having a cigarette in each arm, maybe the pollution and the shit that's poisoning her. She is on her own. She's creating it for herself. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily coming from the industrial aspect of it. It's kind of just within her. You kind of compare the smoke out of the cigarette to the smoke from the factories being released into the atmosphere. So she's doing it to herself. Vocals crazy on that song. I think that one and track 3 I like equally. All right, that was great for an artist who got as mainstream as he did too. One of his most earliest albums are tagged as anti-folk, lo-fi, country, and noise, and it's called Stereopolythic Soul Manure. Oh wow, that sounds gross and amazing. Next one is Derelict. Let's go. All right. All right, percussion. Get a Halloween Night pranking vibes from the instrumentation. Take one, head ass. Wow. Okay, you definitely don't hear those kind of vocals on that kind of percussion. You definitely don't. I'll tell you that right now. Just seems like a man who's kind of just going crazy. Not a highlight for me personally. I do like the synth effects of just making it sound like there's just fucking some spaceships in the air fighting and some shit like that. I like that. I feel like I'm just like trucking through the desert with a stick, and what's it called? Like you're carrying like the stick in a bag sort of shit. I feel like that's what I am. Next one though is Novacane. Let's go. It's my WWE entrance song. Reminds me of Gorillas a little bit. Not the high pitch, but the rest. This is the shit that Squidward danced to on the talent show. It's crazy too that we went to the most weird shit I've heard in a minute on the second half of that song. And the beginning of the song kind of reminded me of some like punk, all right, like Trucker, Mad Max, Fury Road. I've never even seen that movie. I just know what it looks like. It looks sort of cool. That's what it reminded me of. The way he uses distortion is very good. I will say that. I think he uses it very well. Random ass 808 at the end. Why not? Why not? It seems like he just wants to throw shit in there, which is why I can see people not being too fond of this record sometimes, just because I think there's just some silly moments so far, but those people might not be too fun to be around. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, these songs are good. Next one.
I've been drifting along in the same stale shoes.
I like this so far.
Nothing is vacant when I think it's all beginning. If you thought that you were making your way to where the puzzles and pagans lay, or put it together, it's a
This is a sweet tone, bro.
invitation.
I've been drifting along in the same still shoes, loose ends trying to tie a noose in the back of my mind. I think overall that song is just about not really knowing where you're at in life and trying to put two and two together, but you can't really do that. And the song ends lyrically in the same place that it starts. I'll put it together. All right, where this puzzle begins or some shit like that. I feel like it's just a very lost anthem. All right, and when you're lost, if the song is conveying hopelessness and just feeling lost, and it has a harmonica in it, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? That fit the song and the theme of the record perfectly. There's been so many instruments on this album so far, but he does it in a way where it all comes together so nicely.
Microphone, bottles and cans, or just clap your hands, or just clap your hands. Where's that?
Where's it at?
Where's that? Drivers, shine your shoes with your microphone blues. Your suits with your parachute boots. Passing the Gucci from coast to coast like a man, Gary Wilson. Where's that?
Let's make it out, baby.
Oh, someone's getting a phone call.
Make it out, baby. Let's make it. So good.
Tying a crazy guitar solo at the end of the song is crazy. Basically, he's in the boiler room. He's in the boiler room. He's doing it. He's doing his own DJ set right now. To me, that was the biggest, cornucopia of sounds that he's displayed on this record. Yeah, that if there was a single song that really had to display his versatility, it's probably that song. Everything about that. I feel like there's so many cultural ties into it. I think maybe that there was some sampling in there too. But yeah, that saxophone coming back in, the final guitar solo, the keys. That was just a great song.
The janitor vandals, the bug in your face. Juveniles with the piles and paste. It's a sensation. A backup corpse in the garbage glasses with the crutches and forks.
Oh shit. Okay, slowing the tempo down a little bit. gotta say that was definitely the rock moment that hit the hardest on this record so far. I love the guitar work on there. Legit electrified my veins. I don't know what he's talking about there though. Crutches, frogs on crutches. Maybe they're injured. I hope they feel better. Blind man doing something. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me. I was trying to interpret that. I was having enormous amounts of trouble, but I think at this point within the record, I am paying attention to the lyrics. I am paying attention to the meaning. All right, I told you I was gonna give you an analysis, but I think overall I'm more interested in his instrumental choices from here on out, and the way his vocal sounds and everything like that.
I got a stolen wife and a rhinestone life and some good old boys.
Oh, that's in a beer.
I'm riding my wheel on a $3. Sitting in the jailhouse trying to learn some good manners. I got a stolen wife and a rhinestone life and some good old boys. Matchstick strike when I'm riding my bike to the depot. As everybody knows my name at the recreation center. I'm riding my wheel on a $3 bill in the evening time. I got a stolen wife and a rhinestone life and some good old boys.
That was nice. When I was reading the genre infusions for this record, and I saw like alternative country, I was like, huh, where's that at? I think it's right there. That was nice. Super catchy song. I like that. I like that. I think a lot of the time he just says crazy things to go along with his instrumentals. I agree with you there. I certainly agree with you there. But yeah, great song to kind of add everything to it. All right, nice, chill, laid back track. I'm liking that one. All right, let's go to this next one, which is Ready Made.
And nobody knows where we've been. Canceled rations are running thin. Watches tick out of tune. Falling apart like a ready-made. And my bags are waiting in the next line.
That shit was infectious. Hearing a lot of crazy sound effects once again, as we've been hearing on all of this song so far. Rubbish piles, fresh and plain, empty boxes at a pawn shop brain. License plates stored away, sitting in line like in a ready-made. All right. Got you, bro. Got you. Yeah, nice and short, little sweet song right there. It feels dusty to me. Once again, I feel like I'm walking in the desert or doing some crazy shit. You know what I mean? Next one is High Five.
Everybody, come on, 7, come on now, 6, 5. Oh yeah, I like that shit.
I like the guy interrupting in the middle of the song to kind of take us off track a little bit. Kind of reminded me of where it's at a little bit too. I feel like we're playing the same DJ character in that song. That was great. That was another great one. Next one is Ramshackle.
You've been so long, your blind eyes are gone, your old bones are on their own. We will go nowhere we know. We don't have to talk at all. Hand me in the sand, a ramshackle land. Let the rats watch the razors. We will go nowhere we know.
Guitar's a little off too.
Nowhere we know till we find our one and all. Your hand-me-downs, fly paper towns.
Great, smooth, chill, low-key way to close that off. I liked how at some points the guitar was like out of tune with the song a little bit. It made it sound, like human, to be honest. It made it sound normal, made it sound full of mistakes. But I liked how rough around the edges that final track sounded. And I love the guitar towards the end of the song right there. I think with how aggressive this album has been at points, I think ending off on that tone is certainly where I want to be. But yeah, Beck, Odelay. I feel like for a 52-minute record, which is I think probably above average album length, this kind of flew by. I think the reason why it flew by is because he does such a great job of pacing these songs out, adding some experimental things within the songs to make us not even realize it. Whether it's crazy synth noises that make me feel like aliens are invading, whether it's saxophone, beautiful harmonica, keys, percussion, bongos, anything that he wants, he just throws whatever the fuck into the song. And of course, everyone, since there's so many elements in here, it's not going to appeal to so many people because there's so many elements in here. That's why I think when you're versatile like this, you're kind of taking a risk, but you're also being apologetic, which is going to make the people who fuck with this sound fuck with you even more. So I love this sound. All right, and for 1996, I'm sure it is pushing boundaries within being experimental. I'm loving this record. Probably Ramshackle, Lord Only Knows, and the New Pollution are my personal favorites. All right, I hope y'all enjoyed this tonight. All right, I'm going to be listening to this and see where it's going to go in the future. Ranking, of course, banging again on the lockers, that school anthem. Yeah, Computer Rock, probably the best song of all time, going to be honest. And yeah, I will catch y'all later, man. Have a good night. Thank you for popping out. I appreciate y'all for being here, sticking around. Y'all the best.